Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to this Yin Yoga practice today. We are going to focus on hips and lower back mainly. If you have practiced with me before, you can directly skip to the session. If you have not practiced Yin Yoga, then just for you know that we hold our asanas longer for 3 to 5 minutes. All the asanas are held on the ground, either in sitting or lying down position. Since we hold our asanas for longer, we also follow 3 principles to keep in our mind. Number 1, that we find our edge. We find a nice point for ourselves wherein this asana is working on us. At the same time, we are not too uncomfortable. You find that edge through your body awareness and you decide what feels best for you in that particular pose. You can use multiple props or you can do it without the props, but just making sure that you're comfortable enough to hold your asana for the time that we have decided. Number 2 principle is that we remain still, which means we don't make any unimportant move only when it is little uncomfortable for us or we find a new edge. We move, otherwise we don't. We try and remain still. Your mind will fighting with that stillness and just watch through it, and it will be beautiful to watch through it and how we handle that. Number 3, we try and hold the asana for the time that we have decided. Of course, if at any point you feel that you can't take it anymore, that's perfectly fine. But otherwise we will try and hold, and trust me, it won't be difficult for you to hold your asana for that long if you found the right edge for you. You can also grab some props like cushion, pillows, bolster around you. Keep them around you. You may need that in practice. You can do this without the props as well. Props are just to support your practice so that in case if you want a little more comfort, you use the props. So without any delay, let's begin our practice and explore this together. So to begin with, we'll just spend a minute or 2 into breath awareness, a short breath awareness, because entire practice is about breath awareness. You can place your palms just resting over your thighs maybe. Keep your body torso straight. If you want, make some movement in your neck from one side to the other. And sweep your awareness all throughout your body. Connect with your body. Connect with your breath. Whatever and however our breath is right now, we are not making any changes, just watching through what is happening in the body, in the mind, in the breath. And let us begin a session with one chanting of Om. So you can join your palms. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes. If you have noticed your Om right now, notice it after the session as well. You will see huge difference between both of the chantings. So we're going to begin a practice with double pigeon. For that, you can bring your left shin parallel to the edge of the mat, and then the right shin, place it over your left shin. Now I have a nice small little triangle between my legs. If you want, place a cushion under your knee. If your knee is higher up, you can place cushion under both knees if you want. Now over here, we are going to just spend some time into the side release. So you can place your right palm on the right side and stretching the left side of the body. So you can raise your left arm up and place it behind you. Maybe look up and just rest your head over the left forearm, upper arm, wherever. If you want to stretch the side of the neck, then you can drop your head down and stretch the side of your neck. I'm just leaving this arm just like that hanging. No control whatsoever. Find your edge. You don't have to go deeper at the first place itself. So this one we are going to hold just for few breaths. Inhale, come back to the center. And let's change the side. I'm going to stretch my neck here. So I'm going to drop it, my left ear towards left shoulder. And right arm just drop down. And come back to the center. Now we are going to walk our palms forward. So you can place your palms wider than your knee distance in front of you and start to walk your palms forward. Now over here you have multiple options. You can use cushion, block, anything to place your palms over. If you're able to go further down, then you can place a bolster in front of you and just rest over the bolster. You can always have a bolster and rest your chin over the bolster, hug the bolster, or rest your forehead and hug the bolster. If you want to go further down, just keeping it down, rest your forearms. So these props are just to support your practice, and you can explore them in different ways. There's no right and wrong rule here. As long as you know that you are comfortable and there is some work happening. That is the only requirement we have. So don't consistently keep thinking, am I doing it wrong? Am I doing it right? You can never be wrong if you are comfortable enough. Keep listening to your body and it will tell you anyway. So use the props if you want to, or do it without the props. Totally up to you. We are going to hold here for some time, feeling the sensation in your right hip. The fascia in your hip is stressing. So we are putting some little stress into these parts of the body. And now it's all passive stretch. You surrender. Once you found your edge, surrender. You're not working anymore. The body itself is working. The position, the pose itself is working. So if you feel you're holding your torso up tight, bring your awareness, sweep your awareness all throughout your body. Relax, relax your shoulders. Allow the gravity to pull your torso down and feel that pull. When you pay close attention, you feel that pull slowly. How beautifully that smooth transition that happens when your body starts to go down on its own. And stay connected with your breath in and out through your nostrils, always through your nostrils. Allow every thought, allow every emotion. A great way to process things. Allow your mind to get still. So how do you get a still mind? By not resisting anything. Allow everything, allow. Our mind keeps giving us thoughts back, which we resist. And when we allow them to flow, your mind will automatically calm down. Place your palms back on the floor. Walk your palms back. Coming back in the center. If you're already in the center, great. Change the side. Place your palms on the side. Lift your knees up. And we're going to now rest our left shin over the right one. Let's place the right palm on the right side. Stretch the left side of the body. And then drop your forearm down. If you want to stretch your neck, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale to come up. Just stretching the side body a little bit. And as you inhale, come back up. Let us move to the center now. Choose your variation, choose wherever you want to stay. Relax your shoulders. Don't worry about rounding the spine here. Remember, as long as you're getting enough sensation in your hip, you're doing great. So our mind again tends to push all the time, like you can do more, but this is not about more. Yin yoga is about less, more in less. Yin yoga is all about acceptance, surrendering, letting go of the need to do anything all the time, letting go of need to push all the time. We're not trying to reach anywhere. We are fully enjoying all the sensation, the connection with the body. This particular moment, here and now, just embrace this moment, making everything part of your experience. Any sound that you hear, anything that is going on around you, connecting with the floor, connecting with your mat, connecting with the space around you. If you find a new edge, move on to the new edge. If not, stay there. And how do you know you found the new edge? When you feel that I'm not getting enough sensation now, then you know you can go deeper, create a little more bit more sensation. Place your palms down, walk your palms back. I already feel my hips are so open. There's so much release that I feel. Separate your legs out, keeping your knees bent, keeping your feet wider than your hip distance. And now we are going to move to deer pose. So we are going to drop both of the knees onto the one side. So let me just sit like this because I'm going to use the longer edge of the mat. And then dropping both of the knees on one side. Now I'm going to twist onto the side of my left thigh. And you can stay here, creating a nice twist if it feels comfortable for you. And maybe if you feel that your arms are not reaching, then you can use a bolster, keep it on the side and just rest your arms over the bolster. Alternatively, walk your forearms down and place your forearms over the bolster. Drop your head down. And you can feel this nice sensation being created in your lower back, the side of your right pelvis, your side of the waist is stretching nicely. The nice twist is coming on your upper back. If you feel that keeping your knees 90 degrees challenging, then you can, of course, bring your feet a little bit more closer to your hips and the groin. And if you want to deepen this, then you can send your back leg a bit more back. So find your edge and let us surrender after we find the edge. So props definitely make your practice more accessible. For some of you, if your knees are not reaching onto the floor, then slide a cushion under the knees. And if they are lifted, that's perfectly fine, because it's not necessary that for everybody the knees will just reach to the floor. So anytime you practice your Yin Yoga, you can keep exploring the use of props and see how it makes your body feel more comfortable when you're using a prop. It doesn't have to be the way I have explained you. It can be any way that your body prefers. So staying aware of your body, staying aware of what it is saying and what it is asking you to do. And feel the gravity pulling your torso down. Let go of the control. Allow yourself to surrender. The moment our awareness goes, we again start to have that control. We are holding up the torso, we are holding up the legs. We don't need that. We can just let go. If you find your shoulders are shrugging, then you know that you're resisting something. And just bring the awareness back, and you would let go. And press your palms down. If you're in the center, great. If you are lying down on the mat, then walk your palms back. And we're going to change the side. Swing your knees back in the center and then drop both of your knees on the other side. And twisting. Surrender. I'm just reminding you
And I keep reminding myself, and when I keep reminding myself, that's when I tell you as well to surrender. Because the moment I find myself holding up, I just say surrender. And then I allow gravity to pull my body down. And press your palms back down to lift yourself back up. Moving back in the center. Now we are going to move to the pigeon pose. So I'm going to move to the shorter edge of the mat. You can place your palms in front of you, take your knees back and slide your right shin forward. I would ask you to support your back knee with a cushion. The placement of your right foot would depend on how flexible you are and what your body allows today. It could be different, right, on different days. So maybe the foot closer to your groin or shin parallel to the floor. So choose what is okay for you. Now over here you can stay higher up, again placing a bolster in front of you. Maybe place your forearms or arms over the bolster. So choose your variation here. If you have too much gap under your hip, you can slide a cushion under your hip as well. Maybe some of you are here and that's okay. You can then place a bolster, but making sure that we are not falling onto the one side. We are distributing our weight very, very carefully, equally. Okay, so let's start. Choose your variation here. If you want to use the prop, if not, and maybe you start with a prop and then you'll find the new edge and then you can remove the prop. Allowing all the emotions to come out, if any. Sometimes, because in Yin Yoga we work on our hips, and it is said that all the suppressed emotions are stored in your hip area, in your lower back area. And somehow they start to release, the blockages start to release. That can sometimes cause an emotional release as well. And if you feel that, why not allow it? Why not feel through it and experience it fully? We don't have to run away from experiencing what we ought to experience. And if something has come to us, any feeling or emotion, it is supposed to be experienced and not suppressed. Sometimes it can be very painful, but that's the only way that you can process it, by facing it. And you can again press your palms back down, walk your palms back, lift yourself up, tuck your back toe, slide your right knee back, and bring your left leg forward. And continuing the conversation from before, when we start facing the feelings that we have denied or suppressed, we come to know that they actually didn't have as much power on us as we thought they would. So basically, when you start facing things, they don't have the power on you as much as when you reject and resist them. And that's the power of awareness. And again, press your palms down, lift yourself back up. Coming back to the center, we are going to make some movement into the butterfly asana. So you can bend both of your knees, bring the sole of your feet together, draw your heels towards your groin. Maybe the sole of your feet facing the ceiling if possible. Hug your toes, and we are going to move our knees up and down a little. That is going to relax the back hip muscles, your groin a bit. Well done. Now bring your knees together. We're going to hug a shin for some time, maybe for 10 breaths. And if you want, you can drop your head down. Release. Swing your knees back. We are going to move to Camel Pose. It's very active yoga, but it is included in Yin Yoga as well, but only for few breaths. You can't really surrender into this much, but you can do a beginner variation as well. The back of your foot can be resting, or you can tuck your toes, hands on your hips. So I usually keep my fingers behind and thumb towards my pelvic bone. And then you can press your pelvis forward, open your chest, maybe drop your head down, and pressing this lower back down. You can stay here, or if possible for you, place your right palm on your right heel, left palm over the left heel. Press your pelvis forward and then drop your head down. Alternatively, you can place two blocks on the side and rest your palms over the blocks. And place your palms over your hips, gently bringing your neck back in the center. Wow. Doing that together and speaking gets challenging. Coming back into your Vajrasana, your hips over your heels. Now we are going to lie down on the back. So you can swing your knees forward, lie down on your back. You can keep your knees bent. We are going to move into the bridge pose. So there are multiple options for the bridge pose. You can do it with the bolster or a pile of pillows, or you can just do it without the bolster. So I'll show you with and without. So first with the bolster, first knees bent, feet knee distance apart. Now you're going to lift your hips up by pressing your foot down. As you lift your hips up, then you can slide the bolster under your sacrum. Yes. And simply stay here. Your arms on the side. Some of you may prefer to stretch your legs out. You can do that. It gives a nice stress to your lower back and will release all the tension from the lower back. Any variation that you're choosing. If you don't have the bolster and pillows, you're doing it without the prop, then just lift enough for you to hold for about 3 minutes. So if you are holding for 3 minutes, I prefer to keep the palms down pressing, shoulders nicely resting on the floor. Maybe bring your shoulder blades together one by one and hold here, allowing your body weight to surrender over your shoulders. So let us hold. I'm not going to my full capacity because I'm going to hold for longer. So I'm going to, you find your edge. Your heels are pressing down on the mat. And hold. So I'm not engaging many muscles here. I'm just, once I'm up, I have surrendered. Holding up here, just enough to hold against the gravity. Not pushing up, nothing. And watching. It can be challenging without the bolster, but beautiful to watch all that pain that you'll start getting. I mean, it may sound very weird when I'm saying enjoying the pain, but it's like watching through that sensation. And if you can treat it like not pain, but as a sensation, and just watch through that sensation and feeling through that sensation, and experiencing how our body is working right now, what is happening in the body. I wouldn't suggest this to anyone who has a little bit of knee issue. Of course, you can do it with the props. If you do it with the props, you won't have any knee issue at all, because knee do get little strained. But then one way to release the stress from the knee is pressing the foot down. When you press the foot down, automatically your knees will take less stress. And as you exhale, bring your hips back down. And of course, if you are using the bolster, slide the bolster out. Never slide the bolster out with your sacrum on it. Lift your hips first and then slide the bolster out. Great. Now we are going to move to a caterpillar. So I'm going to ask you to get up. Place your palms on the side. Start to move up. We're going to relax our back muscles a bit. So stretch your legs out. If you want, you can sit over the cushion as well. If you feel that your lower back is straining too much or rounding too much, place your palms on either side. Walk your palms forward, around your back to round here. No problem at all. Use a cushion, bolster, anything under your head. Vertically, horizontally, choose your position and just surrender. Feel the pull of gravity on your torso, shoulders, and how they are pulling it down. Press your palms back down, walk your palms back, lie down on your back. We are going to move to the twist before we move to a relaxation. So there are multiple options for the twist. Again, you can use bolster, block, cushion, anything. You can either bend your both of the knees, place your palms on the side, arms stretched out in the T shape, and drop both of your knees to your left. If your knees don't reach the floor, then you can place a cushion either underneath your knees or between your knees. Now, the second option is if you can wrap your right thigh around the left one and then left your shin around. And then whichever thigh is up, if your right thigh is up, then drop it on the other side, on the left side. Maybe dropping your head to the right. Again, if you want, place a cushion. I'm going to place cushion under and left palm over your right thigh. Pressing it slightly down, not actively, just the weight of the palm will press your legs down. I love this twist for some reason. And let us come back to the center. If you are wrapping the legs around, then change over. This time your left thigh over the right one and dropping it on your right. Let go if you're holding on to your body. Surrender. Let it just be. And come back to the center. We are going to just relax for some time. You can choose whatever position, however you want to relax. Keep your knees bent or stretch out. You can keep your arms away. Just choose whatever you feel comfortable, nice right now. Let your body be. And let your mind be. When we say relax, relax is absence of you. You are not there to control anything. You are relaxing into your being. So if you're not there, I'll let whatever thoughts come, let them come, go. Whatever emotions come, let them come and go. See through them, feel through them, that's okay. But you watch yourself as someone who's noticing everything happening and just noticing everything from far. Touching the inner silence, maybe watch the space between your inhalation and exhalation. Watch the space behind your thoughts. Allow your body to melt. In this relaxation, embrace this moment as it is, just the way it is right now, without wanting to change anything about it. And seeing the beauty in it. You can continue for as long as you want. If you want to come out, start to move your toes, fingers gently, maybe start to stretch your body a little bit. Bend your knees, roll over, and come back up into your seating asana. Let us absorb our practice. And as you exhale, open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in. I hope you've enjoyed this session with me. You're feeling relaxed as well as you feel that there's something that you have worked on yourself. If you've enjoyed this practice with me, you can hit the like button, comment, let me know in the comment section if you have any session that you want me to put on or anything that you want to talk about. And you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So let us seal the practice with one Om. Join the palms to the heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in again. I wish you a wonderful day or evening ahead. Hope to see you soon again in some other practice. Until then, bye bye.